To begin with, please make sure that you will not be disturbed. Removing any shoes, belts, or tight areas of clothing which may interfere with your physical comfort in any way. Stretch out wherever you are, on a chair or on a bed maybe, keeping your legs separated so that you do not become uncomfortable. Make sure that you are fully supported. And now just close your eyes and just become aware of how your body is feeling at this present moment. And now take a deep breath and fill up your lungs. And exhale slowly. Then take a second deep breath and exhale slowly. And keep taking these nice, slow, deep breaths for as long as you want to. Just notice any tension that you may have had melting and disappearing with every breath that you take. And now, starting at the tips of your toes, I want you to mentally picture and imagine that you are looking at the muscles in your feet. In your imagination, follow those muscles as they move back into the balls of the feet, back into the arches, and all the way back into the heels. And now, in your mind's eye, imagine these muscles becoming loose and limp and floppy and so relaxed. You may even find that they don't feel like they belong to your body anymore because they are so relaxed. And now, as the muscles begin to relax, just let your mind relax too. Let your mind drift where it will. Just let your mind drift. And now let that relaxation move on up into the ankles now. From the ankles all the way up to the knees. Your calf muscles begin to grow loose and limp, heavy and so relaxed. All of your tensions are fading away. You're relaxing more with each and every breath that you take. You can feel that your breathing is now relaxed and feels warm. And I want you to imagine that you can see your breath as a white mist each time that you breathe out. And each and every time that you exhale this white mist, you are freeing yourself of tension and going deeper and deeper into drowsy relaxation. And now from the knees all the way to the hips, the whole of your legs relaxing deeply and easing off. And now as those muscles relax, just let go a little more. And gently, calmly and easily drift deeper and deeper. You're relaxing more with each easy breath that you take, with each sound that you may hear around you. Each sound carries you deeper, deeper, and sounder in slumber. And now the wave of relaxation moves on up into the stomach now, into the solar plexus, the center of nervous energy. Each muscle and nerve releases any tensions, relaxing. You're drifting down deeper and deeper in sleep. Down deeper in slumber. Up through the ribs, the muscles relax. Into the broad muscles of the chest. The muscles of the chest grow limp and loose and so relaxed. All of your tensions are fading away. You're relaxing now more with each easy beat of your heart, and going deeper in drowsy slumber. Into the neck, the muscles let go. All around the neck, the muscles relax, just as they relax each night when you are deep and sound in sleep. Turn them all loose and go deeper and deeper in slumber. And now let that relaxation start down your back, from the base of the skull to the base of the spine. Each muscle and nerve along the spine. Let's loose any tension, relaxing. You're drifting down deeper and deeper in sleep. Down deeper in drowsy slumber. And the wave of relaxation spreads out into the broad muscles of the back. All across the lower back, all across the back of the shoulders. Turn loose every muscle and every nerve, and go deeper and deeper in sleep. Into the shoulders, the muscles let go. From the shoulders down to the elbows of both arms. The upper arm muscles are turning loose, easing off, and just relaxing now. From the elbows down to the wrists on both arms, the forearm muscles grow limp and lazy. From the wrist to the fingertips of both hands, each muscle and nerve lets loose the tensions, relaxing. You're drifting down deeper and deeper in sleep. Into the jaws, the muscles relax. The jaws are parting slightly, teeth not quite touching. All around the mouth, the muscles let go. Up through the nose, each nerve gives way. All around the eyes, the muscles are heavy and so relaxed. Across the forehead, the muscles smooth out. Across the top of the skull, down the back of the neck, down through the temples, back around the ears. All of the muscles are loose and lazy, just like a handful of loose rubber bands. And you may feel now a pleasant tingling sensation in the tips of your toes, or in your fingertips maybe. A pleasant tingling sensation, growing stronger and stronger now, as your entire body is being bathed in the pleasant glow of complete and utter relaxation. Now you are completely relaxed. Each muscle and nerve in your body is loose and limp and relaxed, and you feel wonderful. And now I would like you to imagine that you are standing on a balcony, and there is a long set of stairs leading down from the balcony. And there is as yet no need for you to be aware where these stairs are leading to. And they are strong stairs with wide steps. And a handrail too, well lit, so that you can feel safe. And in a few seconds' time, I'm going to count down from 10 to 1. With each descending number, you are going to go deeper relaxed. But you will also begin to walk down from the balcony in your own time, at your own pace. You are in control. And you may feel a curious sense of excitement with each step down the way. And when you reach step 1, I will ask you to pause for a while and you can wonder where you are going next. I will then ask you to step off, and when you do, you will find yourself in your control room, the control room of your mind. It is the place where you go when you sleep, when you dream. It is different for everybody. For some people, it is a large place, like the control room in a power station. For others, it is compact, like the control room in a recording studio. It does not matter how you perceive it. The only thing of any importance for you to know is that once you are in this place, you go to work out any problems, and you can even take control of physical processes. Change the settings to the ones that you want, the ones that you need, the most natural and appropriate responses. You may remember that there may have been a time in the past when you had a problem. And you went to bed that night and you slept. And the next day you felt better, more in control. You were not aware of what had changed, what was different. But you noticed that the things which had bothered you were no longer able to bother you in quite the same way again. In fact, you thought that you had just had a good night's sleep and awoken refreshed. But in fact, during your sleep, your mind was finding a way of solving your problem, looking for different ways of dealing with it, helping you to let go of any unnecessary nervous tension associated with that problem, and reconnect with the appropriate way of dealing with that situation and responding. In fact, while you slept, You went into the control room of your mind to do the work. And could start to rehearse how you were going to be once the problem for you was in the past. You could start to imagine in your dreams how life would be without that situation. And without you being consciously aware of what was happening, you could begin to find that the problem started to fade, to go into the past. And you were getting on with life, enjoying life, fully involved in whatever you were doing, in whatever was around you, to the complete exclusion of anything else. And as you did so, the natural and appropriate responses started to kick in. And curiously, the next time that you came into contact with your old problem, you found yourself responding differently, appropriately. And the first time this happened, you may have been surprised, but soon, very soon, you started to forget that you were responding in a new way. It just felt so natural and so right. You forgot about the problem, forgot about the situation. And this time, you are going to go into the control room of your mind, consciously and deliberately, to make the changes that you need to take back control, to kickstart this process, to take back control. So ready, take that first step down. 10, 9, and another step down. 8, 7, 6, And it is so nice to enjoy walking down at your own pace, slowly, leisurely, taking all the time that you need. 5, 4, 3, and another step down. 2, 1, and resting, wondering where you go next. And you can step off now and into your very own control room. And begin to explore it. And you can allow your attention to wander around the room. You can check it out properly first before you decide what to do. And take your time. And as you do, there is no need for you to know how you are aware of what is around you. It may be a memory or like a daydream. Or you can just imagine what it would be like to be taking your time to decide what you are going to do in this place. And I would like you to notice what is around you. Control panels, switches, dials, so many different things controlling so many unconscious functions and processes. And your attention is drawn to a specific control panel. And I would like you to now slowly and cautiously start to move towards that panel. And as you do, I would like you to pay attention to everything going on around you. You may be aware of sensations, and you may be aware of other thoughts. and you can begin to relax. You notice that without you even being aware of it, your breathing has slowed down, started to move at the appropriate pace. And as you feel more comfortable with your surroundings, you can pay attention to what it is that you need to do. And this will continue all the way through your body. And now you can move towards the control panel and study it properly. And you can begin to notice that there are 3 significant dials that have caught your attention. The first of these dials might have the word stress, or maybe something else relevant to you right now written on it. And you know that this is turned up far too high. And I would like you to now turn down that dial just a little, only a little, so that you will be able to reduce your sensitivity just a fraction to whatever you need to. And it is important that you do this slowly, notch by notch. So that you can get used to the new way of responding to what is bothering you. Your stress levels, or maybe something else. You will respond better, feeling more in control, more relaxed and comfortable too. And I would like you to know that at night, when you sleep and when you dream, you will continue to turn down this dial, reducing your sensitivity, or refine any of the other work that you are going to do to take back control. And when you sleep, when you dream, you will test your new and better response, so that when you find yourself in a situation which in the past used to bother or disturb you, you will be pleased to notice that you feel much more relaxed, and this feeling feels natural to you. And as you start to move around in the control room, you can begin to notice that there is another panel with two identical switches. One is set to off, and the other is set to on. The first switch, the one which is off, controls the healthy, appropriate response which you should have had the first time that you got this anxiety. And you know what you want to do. You want to turn this on, firmly on, so that in the future you will be able to respond to the event which in the past made you anxious in the appropriate and natural way. And as you move your attention to the other switch, you now notice that it has already switched off without you even being aware of it. The second switch, which switched on the inappropriate and unwanted response, has now switched off and will remain off, so that you can be safe in the knowledge that you have taken back control of the first trigger. And you can now move your attention to another area of the control room, an area where you notice a switch with a flashing red light, and this light represents your old response to the triggers, which in the past used to make you anxious. And you will find that as you go back to that switch and switch it off, firmly off, you notice that the red light stops. You are no longer on high alert. In fact, now that you have switched this off, you immediately feel more relaxed, more in control, more comfortable too. You feel that you now have control, and this control will grow. And now your attention moves to one more area of the control room. And in this area is a large dial. And before you even go there, you already know that the settings on this dial were far too high. And you can go to this dial and you can turn it down very slowly, very slowly. And turn it down to a level that feels more right to you. A level where you feel that you are in control, completely in control. So now that you can feel in control, comfortable and sure in the knowledge that you have taken back control. Control of any anxiety, and this control will increase each night when you sleep and when you dream, because your mind will continue this work and continue to help you to feel focused, relaxed, and completely in control. And part of your mind can now stay in this place or revisit it in your dreams, so that you will always stay in control, completely in control. I'll now begin to count from 1 to 10. And when I reach 10, you can open your eyes, feel alert and refreshed, like you have had a lovely, long sleep. So I'll begin counting now. 1, 2, 3, coming up a little now. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And when you're ready, just slowly open your eyes and have a stretch.